Young Sheldon, ranking the Coopers from best to worst. Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button, and give this video a like. Up as an editor at Screen Rant, Anna Dumarog covers network TV programming with expertise. Before taking on the specialty in general, she led the charge to establish the website as an authority on broadcast shows, first with NCIS 1 Chicago, and the Big Bang Theory franchise. Anna has previously discussed a wide range of subjects, including beloved TV shows like Frasier and MASH as well as franchises like the MCU and Star Wars. Anna approaches every subject with clarity and zeal, whether covering new releases or providing in-depth analyses on beloved series. Her reporting turns complicated entertainment trends into interesting, viewer-focused material. In order to appeal to a wider audience, Young Sheldon has extended its tale to give each member of Sheldon's family their due. Mary's propensity to always support Sheldon has detrimental effects on the other members of her family and fuels his misbehavior. Despite being disregarded by her family, Missy proves to be the most dependable and devoted figure in Young Sheldon. The other Coopers have received more attention as Young Sheldon has developed into a family comedy, highlighting the fact that some of them are superior to others. Sheldon Cooper isn't always the greatest member of the clan, despite being the title character of the prequel to The Big Bang Theory. To make sure that each member of his family gets their fair share of attention, CBS has broadened the show's plot over the years. Because of this, Young Sheldon appeals to a wider range of viewers, including those who aren't big fans of The Big Bang Theory. Diversifying the show's narrative helps viewers identify which character is the most noteworthy. Young Sheldon has been on the air long enough for fans to get to know every member of Sheldon's family, even though not everyone receives the same amount of attention. Over the past 6 years, the family has experienced many hardships, including a serious crisis following Georgie's unplanned pregnancy with Mandy. All of Sheldon's clan members are decent individuals in general. They love and encourage one another in spite of their imperfections. However, Young Sheldon's present innovative approach reveals which ones are indeed the greatest as persons. Young Sheldon is able to give Mary Cooper additional depth after making her debut on The Big Bang Theory. The prequel provides fresh information about the Cooper matriarch, while also serving as her son's Genesis narrative. Mary's fondness for the boy genius is well known, but Young Sheldon demonstrates how harmful this inclination is not only to Sheldon but also to all the other members of her family. Mary's tendency to constantly sympathize with Sheldon perhaps contributed to his misbehavior on The Big Bang Theory. Her son probably wouldn't have been too much trouble to handle if she had been more strict. Mary's falsehoods regarding George and her other children on The Big Bang Theory are another factor contributing to her low ranking on this list. In the nerdy sitcom, she portrayed George as a careless father, but Young Sheldon shows that he is anything but. It's hard to dispute the Cooper patriarch's commitment to his family, despite his imperfections. Additionally, she called George and Missy stupid, even though they are not. And lastly, Mary's commitment to her church frequently overshadowed her dedication to her family, which typically led to conflict. Young Sheldon, the first and only CBS spin-off that serves as the origin narrative for Jim Parsons' Sheldon Cooper, was introduced in an attempt to capitalize on the popularity of The Big Bang Theory. Over the years, it became more evident that Sheldon was the show's real protagonist, even if its parent series was officially an ensemble series. His tale drove many of the episodes. He continued to play a significant role in every story, even when he wasn't the primary character in an episode. Add to that Sheldon's love of telling stories about his early years in Texas, so it makes sense that the franchise's first Sheldon's top player though, just because he is the game's title character. Sheldon is actually the poorest of the 6 Coopers in the episode. Sheldon's predisposition to be self-centered often makes it hard to support him, even though his younger counterpart is milder than his adult counterpart. The in-depth examination of Young Sheldon's early years also reveals how challenging it was for his siblings to grow up with someone like him. More recently, CBS appears to have neglected to use the character in a way that will highlight his positive traits and increase his polarization. George is the only Cooper family member that didn't make an appearance in the nerdy sitcom, because he passed away before the events of The Big Bang Theory began. Despite this, Sheldon's father had a well-established reputation prior to his Young Sheldon appearance because of his and Mary's disparaging tales about him. The Big Bang Theory's portrayal of the character, however, deviates from his prequel counterpart, resulting in the largest plot discrepancy in the franchise to date. However, based only on young Sheldon, even adult Sheldon's narrative acknowledges that George is an imperfect but devoted family man who was mistaken about his father. Georgie is one of the best characters in young Sheldon, although he is frequently ignored. George and Mary's firstborn son has been patient, devoted, and determined to make things work for them despite the challenges he has with Mandy. Georgie's dedication to supporting his expanding family has only increased since the birth of their daughter, Cece. However, Georgie is also proven to be good beyond what is disclosed in young Sheldon. According to the Big Bang Theory, he accepted accountability for. Following George's untimely death, Mary and Missy built a prosperous business. Because of Sheldon's stories about her, Mima was already a well-known character on the Big Bang Theory, even before she made her on-screen debut. It was unexpected that the Big Bang Theory's portrayal of the character was a little frightening, because the typically uncaring genius was rather forthright about his affection for his maternal grandmother. But in young Sheldon it isn't the case. Connie is likable, spunky, endearing and entertaining in the prequel. She is adored by the Cooper children for being trustworthy but firm. It has become more and more obvious that Missy is the best Cooper in the series as young Sheldon's narrative has developed. George and Mary's only daughter has proven time and time again that not only is she fiercely loyal but also highly dependable. The family sitcom Young Sheldon Season 6 received backlash for ignoring her. After a near-death experience, she tearfully acknowledged that she was simply behaving out in vengeance for her parents' disrespect for her. Related. What takes place after the end of every Big Bang Theory character? Nevertheless, given how frequently Missy has been abandoned by her own family, it's hard to blame her for feeling the way she did. She is a far better person because she owns up to her mistakes and accepts full responsibility for them. As demonstrated in young Sheldon, growing up with Sheldon is difficult, but it is made more remarkable by Missy's lack of resentment toward her twin, and even her encouragement of him in the Big Bang Theory. Thanks for watching this.